Hey, everybody. So, thought I'd switch it up on you guys a little bit this evening, try something different. There's something always fun about doing different things. So, thank you so much, guys, for watching this evening. If you're taking the time out of your evening to join me, as always, it is such fun to sit here and have a conversation with you guys. So, tonight I am flying solo, which is, I don't mind flying solo. It's one of the things that I've learned over doing enough of these shows that it's fun to sometimes take the time to have a conversation and just share things that are really on your mind and what's going on in your heart. So, tonight, a little bit different, uh, little bit different vibe that I wanted to go with tonight. Wanted to be a bit more happy, a little bit more celebratory. Um, just because I wanted to let everybody know mm, that tonight this will probably be my last show. Um, as far as me doing a solo show like this, um, went ahead and just go ahead and put that out there while I'm doing this. I have, as you've noticed, if you guys have been watching, I don't know who has, who hasn't, but if you guys have not been watching, I've taken a step back. I was doing these 5 nights a week. I started doing these back in February, which was when I started. This was right before the pandemic, and it just happened to fall into place that this thing really took off. And what I started doing, I started having fun and meeting different people and connecting and just building a community, building an audience. And um, for me, that has been one of the funnest things. Hey, um, Mr. Leibowitz, how are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for watching on Instagram. Um, but one of the things that I wanted to say was, again, this is probably going to be the last show that I do like this. Now, I do have one coming up Monday, which will be our 4-hour roundtable. I will still be doing that on Monday evening, and I will be doing that probably for the next, September, up until October. So August 31st, I believe, will be the last show that I will be on. And then after that, I will just be technically producing those shows. Why, you ask, am I probably stepping back so much? There's a lot of things that I wanted to go out and do and approach personally, because it has been a bit of a, what's going on, Mike? So it has been a bit of a fun time doing this. I've had really great conversations with so many interesting individuals, like Mr. Leibowitz there. Yeah, that was a good conversation with him. And I've learned so much from just about everybody that I've connected with doing these shows. I've built really strong relationships. I've had people come on and even actually host some of these things, like David there, Mr. Mumford, what's up? Who've come on the show, who've been guests, and then who've done guest hosting. So again, the reason that I wanted to step back, I do have some personal reasons that I really wanted to approach, and some of my own professional reasons for wanting to do this, for wanting to step back, for wanting to go pursue other avenues. And it's been funny to me. I'm gonna fix this thing. It's not right. There we go. Am I centered? I look centered now. All right. Again, like I was saying, part of what was what's been driving me to do this is that there's other things, again, that I've said that I wanted to go pursue. There's a lot of searching and things, and I've been really meaning to go out there and do. And I think that at the time when I made this decision, I had a lot going on. I was doing these 5 nights a week. I was still holding down uh, my regular job. I was still working on the weekend, so I was still working 7 days a week. I was um, doing 5 nights a week doing this. So thank you. There's another gentleman out there. Look at there. That, guys, if you don't know who that is Kenneth Dunner Jr. That is one heck of a man if you're not connected with him. And my Aunt Katie, thank you for watching on Facebook. So, again, the whole reason, like I said, was I really need to step back and refocus on a lot of things that I really wanted to do, that I had set out to do at the beginning of the year. Looking back, doing live streaming and doing the whole live streaming thing was an offshoot, was just a thing that I've tried to do on the side. Never thought that it would take off the way it did. I never imagined that I would reach out to the people that I've been able to reach out to. I never imagined that it would bring me so many connections that I didn't know was were really out there for me. So I've built really strong relationships with a lot of people, especially on LinkedIn. And excuse me, just bugs me not looking even for some reason. But it's been a great journey. It's been really good. I've been really satisfied. It was a real grind to do almost 100 shows 5 nights a week, and not miss any nights. So yeah, it was tough to do that, but it was something that I planned to do once I set the goal for it and accomplished it, and that was great. And for me now, it's time to set my sights and my focus on what I really want to do with the next part of my life. And I'm not saying that this, excuse me, I'm sorry. It's not that I'm saying that I won't come back to doing live streaming at any one point. That's never off the table. But for now, man, I just have to. It's people have kind of told me, why don't you just do one or two? Why don't you do one show a week or 2 shows a week or do certain amounts in a month? Problem is, for me, I know that if I'm hopping on these things, I know myself. The tendency for me will just be wanting to go and start doing it all over again, getting here, doing it, pushing. I'm just not in that place right now to do that. If an opportunity were to present itself, maybe I'll think about it. But again, and I've said it from the beginning, this is never the intention to make this the full-time thing. I flirted with the idea of putting this and monetizing it and doing, but it wasn't. Again, it was fun. I've learned so much, but that's not what the heart was calling for. The heart was calling for something else. Now making, and I love that Mr. Jason Leibowitz uses this phrase. He says connection over convenience. I wanted the connection, right? But at certain points, it wasn't becoming convenient for me. So I needed to change that up. I really needed to take a step in another direction. And, it's been, like I said, it's been fun. There's tons of things that there's tons of things that you learn about yourself. There's tons of things you learn about other people. And there's other things that you will find along the way. There's there's another path always out there for you, right? I think you got to go search it, man. You got to leave no stone unturned. You really got to, if your heart is really calling you to go do that and go wanting to find these things, I think you will find them. You just eventually have to go start and that's another thing that I've learned along this journey is um, taking action, right? Um, yes, I was fearful from walking away from this. I was I was definitely afraid because I worked so hard to build this up, but then I told myself, here's the thing. Now you've learned this skill. If you ever wanted to hop back in the seat, you know what to do. You know how to start talking to people. You know how to start connecting. You can start doing this all over again if you wanted to, right? Um, so for me, it's heading into that next step and go finding out what's out there. Um, and that's the next thing is for me is the next level of being uncomfortable, the next level of uncertainty, the next level of not knowing um, what every single day holds for me. So that's for me is where I'm headed. Yes, Mr. Boston, my good friend Kenneth Boston. Always follow your heart, but consult your brain. Yes, of course. Hello, Mike. But that's the whole thing is to really put yourself out there and go see what is out there in the world for me, man. Again, not that I don't love doing this. This is fun. Um, if this was just my hobby and that's all I really wanted to concentrate on is just as a hobby, well, of course. But the thing it takes the level that I like to push myself to. It takes a lot of work and a lot of effort to put these things together. Um, Anyone who's ever put together a live show and done these before, you know what kind of work goes into it. And you know what, people, you can turn on a camera, that's fine. You can start talking with people, but you really to really set yourself apart and do the whole thing without. And again, I've been a one, you know, now later on in the journey, I've had help, Mike and Mike Padurano, thank you, my friend, and then I also had Annie Lee. Both of them were very influential in helping me later on in the journey. But in the beginning, it was a one-man show, so learning all of this to do it all, and um, taking this out there and just putting myself out there and seeing what was happening. It was scary. So is this next step that I'm about to take. It's going to be scary as well. I don't know what it'll hold. I don't know. But you know what? I'm ready for the challenge again. I'm really ready to try it. And there's another gentleman right there. I mean, you want to talk about a man who's been consistent and somebody who's helped me as well. I don't have enough words to describe who or what kind of level of human being Brian Shulman is. Brian Shulman is a very man, he is next level human being. If you do not know him, if you're not connected with him, do yourself a favor. He is a gentleman's gentleman. He is somebody I look forward. He's someone I look up to. And just going well, the next step for me, Brian, is I'm pursuing a lot more my personal things of my own personal discovery, my heading down my path of enlightenment, and then pursuing my writing, which I've really been meaning to push myself to, and then getting out there and start to help and coordinate in my community. These are things that I've really been wanting to do, and then from there, just really set some goals and and just see where that takes me. And that's for me is the next step in this journey is because I think there's so much more that I can offer and really go out there and help somebody else. I'm a big proponent of helping other people. I say that all the time. And not that what we do here as live streamers isn't helping people, uh, but I think I want to start helping on another level, um, and it's going to take time to build that up. Somebody that I really admire and look up to, and who was I see what she was able to accomplish is a good friend of mine named Eric Pruitt. His mother, Jan Pruitt, was the CEO of the North Texas Food Bank here locally in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and she really worked hard to go out there and help other people, to really make a difference in the community and helping people out. And for me, knowing that you can go out there and make a difference like that, and there's plenty of people that I've come along my path with, who are doing the same thing, who are helping people in other countries, or helping people in their own country, or they're helping people in their community. Man, and they're really impacting and making a difference in their environment there. And I think that's, for me, is where I really want to go to and concentrate on next. And it's going to take me away from this. And again, who knows where it leads? But maybe I do end up in doing, doing the lives again. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, I know that as far as me committing to this every single night and committing to this all the time, I got to step away, man. And again, like I said, I can always, if I ever feel the inkling to, that's why I've always told everybody and here's the wonderful thing. I'm starting to see more people like on LinkedIn and a lot of other platforms start getting live and start going live and starting connecting and sharing themselves and sharing their stories. And to me, that's really helpful. That's really impactful. That's, to me, that's, it's incredible that there's so many people out there doing this. So let's see. Here we go. I think there's one on here on LinkedIn right now. Who is this? Dana Bentz. All right. StreamYard Spotlight. Cool. So awesome. So there's 2 people streaming live on LinkedIn. Yeah, I know, it's funny. I'm watching somebody else stream live while I'm doing this. But that they stream live on a regular. Well, hopefully they start streaming on a regular basis. I don't know. I'm just learning about them for the first time. But I know there's other people that do this on the regular. Let's see. Mayan Gordon does this. She does this 5 nights a week, I believe. So, this was, again, part of what I say. It's a lot. It's good to see a lot of these other people, new people showing up on the platform, new people putting themselves out there. I'm seeing more people that I've connected with doing lives and going lives on other platforms, on Facebook, on when they have access to LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter. So, thank you, Katie. Take a hiatus for actual less. Do it. Exactly. Right. Take time. Again, I can always come back. Thank you, Brian. Brian Kelly's another one. He's gone live. I mean, he's been invited. And that's another thing. See, like, he's invited me to go on, watch some of his lives and everything. Problem was, I was usually live at the same time. So for me, it was always, I could never partake in certain other people's lives at the same time. And I've always wanted to, and for me, that was, that was fun, as well as getting to take place in, like Andrea Sanchez on Tuesday evenings. She has a chat on Twitter. So shout out to Andrea Sanchez. She does one called Dare to Be. That was fun to take part in a few times. Of course, yes, that's right. Winnie Sun has one as well. does another daily live show. Yes, 100%, man. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. But the whole thing about it was that I never really got the chance to take part in a lot of those. So now that I'm having these free time and some of these free nights now, I set aside time to take place and to uh, watch some of these other people's lives and see and just be part of it as a kind of like you guys do, being able to watch, take it in, see what they have to say, see what they have to share. Uh, that was even tonight. I got invited to a positivity chat that Steve Sullivan and Kara Markle do. Wonderful, wonderful conversations, man. I love those things. Um, but it was really difficult to do them before because sometimes they would be doing them just about when I was either on live or ending a live, so it was tough. But for me, it's been a breath of fresh air, man. And I can see why people like to do one show a week or 2 shows in a month. Mm, a lot of people have really I saw a lot of people really step it up at the beginning of the pandemic. I mean, people were going live all the time. They were pushing it. They were Adam Posner was one of them. He was always a lot on live. Exactly. Brian understands because Brian, let me tell you what, Brian does a lot of content, really great content, right? So if you've never been part of one of his live Wednesdays, his Wednesday shows, his shout out Saturdays, man, he puts a lot of, hi, Violet Rainwater, how are you? Violet's another one. Violet's another important person. So Violet's watching on Instagram. So if you're not connected with Miss Violet Rainwater, she is a ray of sunshine, guys. Please connect with her. She's awesome. But like as I was saying, you put a lot of energy into these things as host, and it takes a lot of time and effort. And you know, and this is what amazes me about somebody like Brian with What's Good Wednesday, man. He puts a lot of effort into it. He always has a good time. His shout out Saturdays are great. Man, if you guys have not taken a part in any of stuff that he does, it is uplifting. It is great. It is next level. And it was part of the reason why I pushed. Yeah. So, Brian inspired exactly. Mike's got his own again. Yeah. So check out his YouTube channel. He's doing his own lives on YouTube. Really great, really in-depth stuff that he shares about himself and about his life and the things that he's doing as well that really can resonate with you as a person. So it is, it is really, really, it's really cool to see so many people again going out there, and once you get connected in this circle and you become a part of community and you start seeing these people build and expand, it really opens up your eyes to what really is out there. So yes, John, man, I saw you earlier. That was awesome. Thank you, man. But again, you get to these levels of connection, right? And it is so heartwarming to know that there's people out there that you can connect with, and they carry on, and you can go into these relationships beyond just connection and beyond commenting and other things. And again, you really it really takes being into social media to a whole nother level. Now, am I gonna miss this? You bet. I'm gonna miss this a lot. I don't know. But one of the reasons why I wanted to do what I'm heading to do now is because again, I think I can build the connection with other people, uh, and really go out there and help change lives. Um, not and again in a different way, because this is changing lives as well. Talking to people, connecting with people, putting the right people in the right places, being a big time connector, big networker, and being able to share what you do with so many people. It is very important. It is a very, very great skill to have. Um, Taking one person that you know on one end and connecting with somebody else on another end, and you make them, um, you connect them and put them together, and it forms and creates bonds. And again, you're probably you're probably the conduit to maybe 10 to 12 different relationships that form over time. I know I was a benefactor of being a part of somebody else's network and a connector like that. Russ Johns was a very, very big factor for me, um, in meeting a whole lot of people and connecting with folks and becoming a part of a community as well. He was a big part of what I learned. I mean, that's where I met a lot of these people, a lot. Um, and then connecting with there and then connecting in different groups and different circles, like connecting in, I think that's how I met John, is through Rob Alasabas. And he was, I think during I want to say the middle of the pandemic, he was doing these meetups, these hangouts, and I met a lot of wonderful people there. Who else? Let's see, Marissa Cali. There's so many wonderful people that you can meet and connect with, and it's a whole integral web of people that is connected to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else, to somebody else on a whole nother level. And again, I'll never take for granted what I've benefited from doing this. I'm grateful every single time that I get to do this, and every single time that I've connected with people. And it's part of what we do as individuals is create, right? Is connect, create, and share. And I'm taking what I've learned, and even look at this, man. Brian's a big. I'm telling you, man. If you don't know Brian Shulman, do yourself a favor, get connected in some way, shape, or form. Send him a message. Comment on all of his posts. I mean, brilliant, brilliant man. Learn his backstory, and you'll see why I was so impressed from the very beginning. And Brian has been a big influence in this journey for me as well. The first time I had just wrote like a big thank you about Brian and why I was inspired by his story, what he'd went through, being who he was, and I shared it on LinkedIn, and he shared it. It really opened my eyes to connection and going, wow, this is a whole nother world. And it took off to a whole nother level. And it was really just about being engaged in other people's posts, and just, again, building connection and talking to people and just saying, hey, these are real people. These are real, it was a whole nother level of connection. And again, I was blessed to meet the right people at the right time, and I'll never take these 123 episodes for granted. Every single one of them was special in its own way, in its own right. And I can always go back and watch them and connect. And these people's stories are all are all very ingrained in the fabric of who I am as a person. Again, like I said, yeah, it's going to be rough walking away from this for a while. And I don't know if it'll be, again, I don't know if I will come back. I don't know. I'm just saying, just being truthful. And it is, it's this journey in everybody here has ingrained a special place in my heart. And I thank every single one of you guys. And I knew this was going to be tough. I think nobody ever wants to. I think not everybody wants to say goodbye. Doesn't everybody want to walk away? That's an interesting name. Of the Mr. Bean tribe. Okay. Thanks. I needed that. But yeah, it's been part of being it's been being part of being emotional, right? Because it's been fun, like I said. It was the best thing that's ever happened to me, bar none. Bar none. This has been the best thing that's ever happened to me, and it's taught me a lot about myself. So going forward with my next step, I can take what I've learned from doing these shows and how I've connected with people and just putting my own spin on what I'm doing. I think that's, for me, going to be the next level of connecting. And I know that in time this will be one of the best times of my life and one of the best learning lessons. And whenever people tell you to stop and smell the roses, this is smelling the roses, man. Taking it all in. It was a fun journey, man. From starting in February to up until today, I figured that this was something that maybe early on, I figured I'd only do like for a month or so. I don't know, just to try it out. I never thought I'd get this far. But it's been great. And I just want to give a big shout out to a lot of people. I know probably a lot of them aren't watching tonight. Maybe they'll watch it on a replay. But people who've really made an impact with me in along this journey. So let me start by saying, again, to those who are already here, thank you, Brian Schulman. Again, not enough words. Thank you so much. Mike Padurano, thank you, brother. I don't know what I would have done without you. David Mumford, thank you, sir. Kenneth Dunner Jr., you, my friend, have been incredible. Thank you so much, John. And it's been an honor knowing you, brother. You've been really great. Really, a lot of really funny lines that you've dropped over there. A couple of these shows have been great. Annie Lieb, who's not here this evening, but thank you so much, Annie, for what you've done helping me. Russ Johns, big part of who helped develop me and develop my style, and really great friend, and I still love to connect with him. He's an incredible guy. Violet Rainwater, she's awesome. Thank you, Violet, for stopping by. Jason Leibowitz, man, he was fun to connect with. He still is. A lot of his content he's putting out now. Very incredible person. If you're not connected with him, please do, man. He's an incredible guy. Great personality. and and of course, there's some other ones who I want to talk to, who uh, who've been a part of this. David Pollock, thank you, David. I know you're not here this evening, but you're an incredible human being. Gosh, why am I going? Oh, Carol Campos. She's been very, very important person. Lori Knudsen. The other night, Steve Sullivan. Steve, you're. I don't have. I can't even think of words right now to thank you enough. You've been really, really influential in helping me just do these things, and the people who've always connected with me. Oh my gosh. And Kenyatta Turner, she was another one. Kenyatta is awesome. People who've given me encouragement along the way. Rachel Beck, she was on today with Russ. She's a pirate. She's a great human being. Michelle Harwood Lang, man, great person. Uh, Michelle's incredible. Um, we had a real we formed a bond very early on. Um, love what she helped me figure out about myself as well. She's an um, incredible human being. Uh, Sherry Lawley, thank you, Sherry, as well. Sherry's been incredible behind the scenes. She was the one that made my background. She was very, even now, I love her to death. She's such a great person. And then the awesome and amazingly talented Lila Smith, she was on here the other night. She helped me. Actually, she was part of the very beginning before I even got a lot really ingrained in social media. I was part of one of her workshops, and that was really important to me. So, and she's incredible. Um, Another guy that I'm watching right now on LinkedIn who's live at the same time, Marcello Archele. He's great. Incredible human being. And we had a conversation one night after one of the episodes that we did about Bella Marciano. He was actually referencing this today. He did a live after his LinkedIn lunch, and that was great. So big props to him, man. Again, there's been so many people trying to name them. It's Jake L. Jordan, man. He's another one. I love him, and I watch his show in the morning. Him and John Hill, really great, awesome guys. Dimitri. I just met Dimitri, but he's pretty awesome. I'm pretty sure he'll be part of the chat tonight afterwards. Dominic Vogel, he was really awesome in liking a lot of my posts, man. He incredible guy. So thankful. Sarah, wait, my your name is slipping me, Sarah. Hold on. Kawamura. Thank you, Sarah. Sarah Kawamura. Yes, you are an incredible individual. I love you to death. And again, there's been so many others. Gosh, the list goes on and on of people that you can just connect with and talk about, and who in some way, shape, or form have helped build me, create me, share me. It's been part of the community. Frank Anello, close friend. Man, he connected me with a lot of artists early on. I love Frank. You're an incredible individual, my friend. I will always be grateful for you. Gosh, there's so many more. Saima, yes. Oh my God, Saima, you are. Saima was always one of my. Saima, you were. everybody this again is, but it was part of this. You guys have helped shape me for a very long time. And the amount of I cannot express in words. The gratitude, man, gratitude for all you guys have done. It's been a wonderful run. Um, I'll never forget it. And again, it's it's tough to get through, right? But just truthfully, it again, it is about what. And again, I may be emotional right now, but believe me, once I get off here and I get to concentrate on what's next for me, there's a really lot of joy in thinking about that. It really is. Um, so, everybody that was um, a part of the journey, you will always be a part of this journey. And even after I get off the air, um, thank you, Rachel. Rachel gave, man, she's an incredible person. I was watching her today on Russ again, and she's connected with me. Um, she sent me, oh my God, such kind words. And when I was going through a really hard time and just figuring out what I wanted to do, and she was A1 class act. You don't know until you start reaching these people and connecting with people. And that's the best part about all of this. If you have not taken these conversations offline with some of these folks, you do not know what you're missing. These are incredible human beings in every way, shape, and form of what they do and what they share and how they create. Every single one of them. And as they continue to go out there and create and share, they're adding impact to so many other people's lives. And that's what I've been about. That's what I've been about since from the beginning, is just going out there and doing that. So to see people doing that and going out there and making that effort and just sharing and putting this out there, and let me just share the comments because everybody's and I just want to thank everybody for again sharing themselves, and I'm glad that these people have all become part of my life in one way or another and will continue to be. And now I'll get to be the guy who gets to watch and comment and be part of their lives in another level. And again, like I said, it's been a fun ride, man. It has been a great ride that I wouldn't change anything in the world for. So, yeah, it's tough. But again, there's a lot of things that I've really personal wise that I got to take care of. It's part of my growth and journey as I continue to grow and in the professional aspect of what I want to do on the next level. I have to do what I need to do. And I think that I would be shortchanging myself if I didn't go do this. I really do. And because I know, man, and I kind of been dreading this conversation a little bit, not because of what it means, but just because what it's really what its significant is. So, yes, my friends, I am, yes, Rachel, I love that comment. Take care of you. That's exactly what I'm doing. And I am going to sleep well. Um, and here's the best part about this. And this has been like the silver lining in all of it. Is that now I will get to sit here and watch my friends go out there and do their lives, and I can actually be a part of theirs and watch it and comment and not feel rushed in my evenings now. And I can sit back and go back and watch the replays and watch so many interesting things that I just never had the time for because everything that I was doing here. And and each one of you, thank you again so much. You guys, it's been really, really touching. And I know that going forward, that there's great times ahead for me and then for each one of us and everybody that's here. So, guys, I really do appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. And I express all the gratitude that I can for everybody who's encouraged me, supported me, educated me, who's everybody that's helped me. It's not lost. I think everything that you've ingrained in me will be what I go and teach at the next level for whoever I connect with out there in the world. And it is the pursuit of happiness that's pushing me to go do this. And I've been hesitant to have this conversation and to let go. But even today, I was watching all the greats, right? All the greats. At some point, you got to say it's got to come to an end, right? Johnny Carson when he left, Jay Leno when he left, seeing Michael Jordan, the great athletes, step away. It's tough because you see those guys know that everything that they went into and everything that they've been part of, that it's going to be different now. But I think that's the next thing you wake up to the next day is the excitement of what's next in the chapter, what's the next page, what's the next thing that you go do. So, and it's not like I'm totally going away. There's a couple lives that I've committed to with other people, so I'll be showing up on a few other people's lives. I will be sporadically spread out here and there, but as far as like me being at the level that what I was and what I was pushing myself to go do, I think those days are behind me, and I think going forward it's just really going to be me, maybe in the background if I do anything at all. So, except for the two round tables that we got in September and October, that's it for me, my friends. I'm sorry, this month. I got one more Monday evening, the next 4-hour roundtable. That'll be the last time that I'll probably be part on live. I will be doing him in the background, so I will be part of it, but I just won't be front and center anymore. So thank you, everybody, this evening who's followed along. Guys have been a special part of this journey, and just again, thank you. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and end it tonight. And I'll say, stay safe, stay blessed, peace, love, and harmony, my friends. No matter what, we'll get through this together, everybody. So, thank you, guys. Good night.